it's just been a really weird season of parody, so I'm not gonna write it off. And I guess honestly, that's like my final headline. Like, isn't this just the craziest season when it comes to everyone has beaten everyone? There's no undefeated
Mm-hmm.
teams. There are now no defeated teams because the Jets won a game. This really does feel like the season where just anyone can beat anyone. Do you think we're gonna still see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl out of the AFC? Or is there like, do you actually think the Colts can make it through if JT has this MVP season? Or do you think the Bills can finally make it through? Or maybe a Ravens team that slips in there? Um, who do you see out of the AFC? Give me your top three. Best
My top
probability.
three right now, of course, you got to keep the Chiefs in there. Of course, they've really never been defeated besides one guy, and he's currently hurt. To me, I can't. It's like hard to say the Bills, and let me explain why. It's like the Bills have this hot streak where they go and they blow up on a team, completely drop 40, will go and show that they're supposed to be the team to beat and everything. And then it's like as the season goes on, it slowly starts to die
Yeah.
until we get to the playoffs, where so far every time in the playoffs, I have not seen a dominant performance by the Bills in the playoffs yet.
Never.
It's been they just slip by or or Josh Allen just squeezes that shit out. Like
Yeah.
and like last year, i.e., the Ravens would have gone and
They
played the
should have
Chiefs.
lost to the Ravens. They really
You
should
know what I'm
have. And
saying?
the
But guess
Ravens
what?
team
It
would have
was
won.
snowing and it was raining in Buffalo, and he slipped and he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what made Josh Allen be able to go play Mahomes.
And that's essentially why he won. I know they say they don't count the playoffs in those MVP votes. I don't believe it. I'm calling conspiracy theory on that
I
one.
will
There's
call
no way they
completely
don't
cap.
take the playoffs into account. There's no way they don't find a way to do it. But hey, maybe I'm putting on my tinfoil hat here. But who's your third team? Do you think
And my third, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you.
do you
Like
think
to
it is
me,
the
like
Colts?
the Colts are my dark horse underdog. Like they could shock everybody right now. And like the reason why I say that is just because it gets to a point where like you have that hot streak, but then you start to get film, but this is where you start to fold back the playbook. You start really digging deep. You start realizing there's pages to flip through
Yeah.
in the playoffs, and you're gonna see things like, oh my god, like playoff football is those moments where you're sitting there like, where the fuck was that playoff season?
Yeah.
Or what the hell? Like they're really just throwing everything at them.
They
Like,
are, and they've dude, and that's the thing is when it's with the run game and it's not the passing game, it's a lot harder to scheme up against that because you need the bodies. If you don't have the bodies to stop this run game, like the Eagles we've seen through the playoffs the past 3 seasons. I mean, let's be real. What's it been? It's been the trenches that they've been so dominant, the tush push and all this kind of stuff, where it really helps you move the chains, control the outcome of these games, control the clock and all that. I think this Colts team has probably the best potential in the league to be doing that right now with how consistent their offense looks. So I really think they can beat the Chiefs. We'll see what happens when they end up playing. But if you can't stop Jonathan Taylor and the starting offensive line with your defensive line, if it's just not physically possible, the chances of you winning that game are just almost zero, and you need some Mahomes magic or a Daniel Jones mistake. So I'm definitely going to say the Colts are on the Super Bowl bubble now. I kind of had them there as like a top 5 team last week, but I think they have, if not a better chance than the Bills, because the Bills to me they don't have like an elite quality about their team. It's just Josh Allen, and that's just like rolling a dice every year and hoping like your die is higher, and they have
mhm.
Patrick Mahomes, so it's like you know. But I guess I'll just throw this out there too. Patriots are currently winning the AFC East at 6-2. The Bills are 5-2. They did have their bye week, but do you think the Patriots have any chance to potentially go to the AFC Championship and beat a team like the Chiefs? They do have Mike Vrabel. Let me remind you. I know he's never he lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship with the Titans, but it was like
Marcus Mariota, Henry.
it wasn't some
That shit
blowout.
was tight.
Yeah, it was a tight game. The Mahomes scramble at the end of half really put it away. But yeah, what
But
do you
like
think?
to
Do
me,
you
like
think the
The
Patriots can do it?
Mariota toss, rebound, and score a touchdown was probably like
Oh, there was that before the. I think that was before the Mahomes era, though.
that was before the Mahomes scramble. I'm saying like, but the Titans were able to sit there and like keep up and like match up with like
Yeah, and
The
both
Chiefs
times they
magically.
played, they've been
Mhm.
it's been Mike Vrabel has not been scared of Andy Reid. Essentially, is what I'm saying.
For
He's
sure.
been matching up.
I just think it's one of those things where you have what the only man that's probably seen the Chiefs that has that kind of fuel to be able to want to cook them is Diggs. But Ramondre, Trayvon, the whole line, Hunter Henry, all these guys, they've really never been, I feel like, in this kind of atmosphere before.
Yeah.
And I think to me, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's really rare. And you need to have that kind of, either if you don't got that dog in you, that kind of experience to sit there in Arrowhead in the playoffs to be able to kind of like compete with Andy Reid and the Chiefs. It's a whole different like atmosphere. And I'm not even talking about just game script or whatever. I'm talking about like also like officiating as well.
Yeah.
It's like all aspects, all variables really count in that game. And that's why Joe Burrow and Jamar were able to scheme up, cook, and
Mm-hmm.
come out of Arrowhead with a win because they made sure that all those variables were taken care of
Mm-hmm.
and handled.
And they had a lot of inherent practice between each other already.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think them having Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel is really panning out to be the best coaching like hire this offseason over Ben Johnson. I know the Bears look pretty good, but honestly, they had a lot better roster and a quarterback taken higher in the draft. And it just seems like Mike Vrabel's been able to figure it out with this Patriots team. They do have the easiest schedule in the league. I'll give them that. That it's a bit harder on the Bears end, but this Patriots team in a game where they got sacked 5 times by one guy, we're still able to have a really impressive win. I mean, if I told you the game was 32-13 Patriots, I don't think you would tell me that you think the Browns finished this game with 6 sacks,
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is that's exactly what happened, and Drake May was still able to,
Not feel pressured or
and
worried.
they did run the ball really well. Travion had 10 carries for 75 on the ground, so it seemed like maybe some of those young pieces started getting more involved. They were still only 3 for 11 on third down, but that just goes to show you how it was like explosive plays, and that might be something I give Hurts a hard time for. But he's not working with anything close when it comes to Devontae Smith and AJ Brown compared to Pop Douglas and Kayshon Boutte and Diggs. But anyway, that was a bit of a stray, but I'm just
flew.
I'm just gonna close it out and say I think the Patriots are interesting. If they get into the playoffs, I'm interested to see what they might look like against a team like the Colts.
It could be a wild card that shocks whatever seed that plays against them because what was it? When the Browns, for example, I forgot who they played. I think it was round 1 or whatever. They were competing with the Texans for like a hot minute. They completely shocked them when it was Joe Flacco and the Browns versus
and then
CJ Stroud.
It was just a couple plays that kind of got away from them that really folded for that Browns team, but they did make the playoffs. I mean, this is not like some terrible worst team in the league like the way the Jets were, could be the Giants now without Scadaboo and Neighbors. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do think this is the craziest season of parity. Hopefully we can see a different team come out of the AFC. I think that's what we all want. It's been since the Bengals, man. It's been since the Bengals. I want to see something different for the NFC.
I need to see an AFC championship where I don't see red.
Yeah, and I want to see an NFC championship where I don't see the Eagles or the 49ers. I think NFL fans are ready for the new era that could
Listen,
be.
all I'm saying is you already saw at least you could say recently you saw something different because we had the Rams and the Bucks at one point.
Yeah, it was all like that was all like what, 4 years ago though. The Rams played the Bengals, and then after that it was Eagles Chiefs, Eagles 49ers, Eagles Chiefs. Like, I'm so sick of this. You know what I mean? I want something different. Even if it is the Eagles losing in the NFC Championship or something like that, or even if the Eagles just play someone else in the Super Bowl, I'd be kind of happy. But I just want 2 completely different entities, like it was that Rams Bengals year. I'm hoping that's what ends up happening. But
It'd be nice to see a team who's never won to win one for
Yeah,
the first
like
one.
the
'Cause I'll tell you
Lions.
right now. Yeah, like that would be like a pretty like
I want to see them make it.
at some point.
Or the
Like if the
Packers.
Birds didn't make it, I'd want the Lions to make it.
Or the Packers.
Fuck no.
I know you
Never
hate. I know
that.
you hate them, but it's because I
Never
know you're
that,
scared
bro.
of them.
Never
You're
that.
scared of
bro.
them. Or the Rams. Rams, Packers,
The
Lions.
Rams. Listen to me. It's like when the Rams win, I'm like not to be like mad disrespectful. I'm like good shit. Like that's like when you're like when little bro like takes a dub somewhere. You're like, bro, good shit. Like that's tough because it's like they have the pieces, and I like some of their guys. Like
I like
I like
Stafford.
Puka. You know what I'm saying? I like Stafford. I like
Kyron.
I like Devontae.
Yeah.
I like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
I got
that
nothing
team-
against the Rams.
Nothing against them. They're really good. It's just one of those things where, oh my God, Kraft apparently drags a defender. Thank you, ESPN.
Let's go.
But it's one of those things where it's like I would love to see them win, but like for me, who's in there that's like really good right now that I would really like to see really thrive?
The NFC?
Baker. That's who
the
I want to
Bucs.
see.
Yeah,
win.
I agree.
I want Baker to win one,
I
at
agree.
least one. Bro.
He's definitely top on my list. I want to see the Buccaneers get everyone healthy and